Welcome back to Rooster Crow and TV, y'all. It's been a minute, but we're back. Hey, yo, check this out. Before we get into this story, man, keep in mind it costs $0.00 to hit that subscribe button right now. And not even be fair and price match and do the same thing if you hit that like button. You feel me? Alright, let's get into this one right here, man. Hey, man, guys, check this out. It's been something that's been kind of like brewing over the past few months. You could say for a long time, but really over the past few months, like before Black History Month and especially during Black History Month, right? There's been like these attacks going on with Asian people, right? Asians they've been getting attacked, like random attacks or whatever. Like, who knows if it's random at this point? You feel me? But the point is, they have been trying to make it seem like it was blacks that are attacking these Asians. And then when further investigation is done, it turns out that it was other Asians, attacking their own people. But because like the camera's images are always blurred and it's a dark figure, they automatically classified as that person who's doing the crime to another Asian person as a black person, and they will say that that's a hate crime. You feel what I'm saying? It's almost like the media, you know what I mean, like ABC and all those other big entities out there. It's almost like they're trying to stir up some kind of like black versus Asian war. You get what I'm saying? Look, I said all that, right? Let's watch these videos and put this shit together, and y'all tell me what y'all think about it. You feel me? It's almost like they're trying to start something. Like, blacks are not even responsible for the things that are going on with the Asian community. It's not even black folks, but yet we are thrown under the bus and in the mix of it. Let's go.
Who we believe committed these crimes here today in Cherokee County is in custody in Crisp County.
8 people were killed and 1 injured in attacks on 3 spas in the Atlanta metropolitan area. Cherokee County, Georgia authorities have identified 21-year-old Robert Aaron Long as the shooting suspect. They believe he shot 5 people, killing 4, at Young's Asian massage parlor on Tuesday. Later that night, there were shootings at 2 more businesses 30 miles away from Young's, at Gold Massage Spa and Aromatherapy Spa, bringing the death toll to 8 people. Atlanta authorities believe Long is a suspect in all of these crimes. Long was apprehended by law enforcement 150 miles south of Atlanta.
Troopers and deputies set up along the interstate and made contact with the suspect at about 8:30 p.m.
Despite 6 of the 8 victims being of Asian descent, Long allegedly told police the attacks were not racially motivated.
The suspect did take responsibility for the shootings. He said that early on once we began the interviews with him. He claims that these, and as the chief said, this is still early, but he does claim that it was not racially motivated.
Whatever the motivation was for this guy, we know that many of the victims, the majority of the victims, were Asian. We also know that this is an issue that's happening across the country. It is unacceptable, it is hateful, and it has to stop.
The FBI is now assisting local law enforcement with this investigation. This is Inside Edition.
Alright, guys, keep in mind, right? Like I said, this has been going on since before Black History Month, and it was intense during Black History Month. Like, the constant accusations of lying and saying that blacks are attacking Asians, when in fact it wasn't black. At that particular time, when there was like, trying to say blacks are over here, they're anti-Asians, they were speaking of a hate crime, right? Every little Asian attack that took place or whatever it is, right? The same shit the Asians was doing to blacks in China when the pandemic first broke out, right? The same shit is happening to them now, right? And they're crying like it's a hate crime, right? Even though it's being done to them by their own people. But here it is now. We have 8 Asian women who got murdered, right? Nobody wants that. You know what I mean? That's messed up. RIP to those females. First of all, you feel me? They got murdered in cold blood, right? By a white boy, right? And all of a sudden, this should be a hate crime. This right here should be a hate crime. But you hear that, Chief? The first thing he said was, he took responsibility for it. He admitted to it. He's a sex addict. So now this is not a hate crime. A white boy that went from one parlor to the next and killed 8 people and wounded more, this is not a hate crime. Let's keep going, y'all. This shit is crazy. And usually I try to keep away from these racial motivated videos and shit like that, but the reason why I already jumped in is because of certain things I heard, and you guys will hear this shit too. Let's find more.
But the other story that we have been following is on Piedmont Road. Here's a live look right now of Piedmont Road. And this is where 2 other shootings have happened at 2 separate spas, killing 4 women. And this is across the street from each other. And these were 4 Asian women, confirmed 4 Asian women. Police are hesitant to connect all of these shootings to each other. They actually just spoke out in a press conference not too long ago. We want to bring that to you here on News Now. Still so many developing details in all of these cases here. It has been a very, very busy day for all of them, trying to connect the dots, put them together. Still no suspect confirmed yet in this Piedmont Road, in these 2 spa shootings here. But here's the latest from police now.
This is really going to be brief. I know you all wanted to get some information. We wanted to get it to you as quickly as we possibly can. We're still in a very preliminary position as it relates to what's going on with this. So I'll start off by telling you what we have. Once we get in, if you want to go into some more details, I'll turn it over to Chief Hampton, who's in charge of investigation. So earlier today, we received a call at this location on which we do have confirmed 3.
Alright guys, I'm gonna pause on that one right there. You know, YouTube wanna give us 15 minutes or less to upload. You know what I mean? I can't go live yet, so I'm gonna cut it short and I'm gonna bring another video. This one kinda really had my blood boiling, like it really had me pissed off, you feel me? So I'm gonna let you watch this one and then we're gonna go from there.
Thrive. You don't go into a black neighborhood without seeing Asian businesses or restaurants or liquor store owners, and vice versa. You don't go into Asian neighborhoods without seeing black customers and black clients that keep our businesses alive. And so with this rise of these attacks, what I'm hearing in the circles of my community, from my phone calls, you know, from different Asian entrepreneurs and business owners, is we've got to increase the policing against black people. We've got to now watch out for black people. We've got to, you know, whether it requires more security or maybe protecting more of the goods. You know, I have a hair shop owner who says, now I think I have to go put all of my black bundles of hair products and weaves back inside of plastic containers and lock them down. And I'm like, no, that's not the answer.
And when they, you know, there were community leaders that started going, and I know like in Detroit and in Compton, and started working with the Asian communities and saying, hey, you guys have all these businesses, why don't you start employing some black people? The issue is that we don't, this is the reason why on this show we keep saying we need to have culture studies in schools so that people understand how different cultures act. For some Asian people that, you know, moved here in the 70s, they never got an introduction to black people. You know how they find out about black people? On the news. And you know what? Most of the times on the news about black people, negative stuff.
Crime.
So, so it's in there, it's in their psyche that all black people are robbers and they steal and they're.
Okay, Lonnie Love, first of all, she's a straight sellout. Nobody cares who you date. But this is the same lady that when she finally got a white boyfriend, which most black women value white men, they put him on like a pedestal. When she got one, she started putting this dude on the billboard, and she made it known that he was better than the entire black race. So you just don't talk for us. You feel me? You cannot talk for us. Second, if you're black, right, and you have and you have some Asian associates, right? Let's say you buy things from the Asians. How often do the Asians buy from you? Let's talk about that in the comment section. If you're black and you have some Asian associates, whether if they sell weed or whatever it is, and you're black and you buy weed from them, how often do they buy something that they need that you have? I had no idea the Asians, they ain't spent money with blacks until I moved in a community where they had a whole bunch of Asians. Now they'll be cool with blacks, you know what I mean? They'll bring you their product, they want you to buy it. But when it's time for them to spend with you, they'll go find another Asian to spend it with. Once I seen that for my own two eyes, I stopped fucking with him on that level. You feel me? Bro, for this lady, the Asian lady, for her, whatever, what's her name, May, yeah, you, the one who was talking all that reckless shit. For this lady to say that, oh, what she's hearing is that people are gonna start locking up black hair and this and that. Man, lock that shit up, bro. Bro, you will be doing us a favor. We've been trying to tell our sisters to stay out of y'all pussy ass stores anyway. It will be a blessing the day that we can put the fucking news on and not see a black woman getting her ass kicked by some Asian man and his whole family. You feel me? Bro, like a lot of us blacks, we were so clueless to how racist Asians really was, especially me. You feel me? Like I was one of those blacks who was really, really clueless to how a lot of the Asians are really racist. Like you watching these movies or growing up the Karate Kid and you see Mr. Miyagi and you just feel like they could do no wrong till you get older and realize that man, they're more racist than some white people. You feel me? It's crazy. And this ain't even bashing y'all, man, but this shit is getting old. Like, y'all trying so hard to get whatever recognition that you guys are trying to get in court, whatever aid financially you guys are trying to get. You're trying so hard to get that shit that y'all are throwing black folks under the bus for no fucking reason. You guys are scared to go up against white supremacists, so y'all want to turn it towards black folks. Asians, we see what's going on here. We see what's going on here. The white boy just killed 8 people. Murdered. Right? 8 of y'all. And it's not a hate crime. But when dark figure people were attacking Asians, pushing them, punching them, when the camera got closer, they found out it was other Asians or whatever it was. That was a hate crime. Yo, I'm going to stop this one right here. My sisters. Y'all the only reason why we go through this. Because if y'all go over there and buy these hair products and shit that you'll get your ass kicked over, we have no choice but to stand up and defend y'all. But I guarantee y'all, if y'all stop going to these places and start doing it for yourselves, we won't have these kind of problems. If y'all stop putting y'all money in their pocket, they're going to respect instead of put us down. Till next time.